It's the greatest seller's market that I've seen in my career. And if you're not getting the price you think your home is worth today, you are overpriced.
Yeah. Thad Wong and Michael Golden, co-founders and CEOs of At Properties Christie's International Real Estate, the nation's 8th largest brokerage firm by sales volume. Thad and Mike started At Properties in 2000, and in less than 10 years, they were the #1 real estate firm in Illinois. Today, At Properties and its affiliated companies have over 3,500 agents in 13 states and had an annual closed sales volume of over $22 billion. This entertaining duo walked us through the culture of their business, their working relationship as CEOs, and their love of Chicago.
We had an idea that we could do things that the agents would appreciate more, and it revolved around marketing, and it was replaced with technology. We were salespeople, we were real estate agents, and we felt that there would be a much better way where the brokerage felt like it was working for the agent as opposed to the agent working for the brokerage.
Is it hard to manage agents and employees where they're always kind of out and about?
You don't really have to manage them so much. I mean, we have a great leadership team that kind of manages the offices, so we're not doing that. We like being in the offices where there's agents. Kind of nice being in the mix, being around people, but in terms of managing, I mean, we kind of work for them, so it's a different dynamic.
Okay. It's availability. As long as you're available to them 24/7, that's all that matters. As long as they can reach you quickly and they know you're engaged and involved, that's all they need. So the biggest opportunity right now in the real estate industry revolves around two things: technology and luxury, because you got a great wrapper of luxury, Christie's International Real Estate, and what everybody needs, both consumer facing and agent facing, which is an integrated tech platform.
Number one is how we're doing relative to the market, always, because you can't control the market, and we're big enough that we're not going to be able to fully buck the market, but we always want to be beating it.
My number one is adoption. If the tools we're providing are not being adopted, we've got a problem, we've got something we need to look at.
Like, I wish I knew about some of the investments we could have made in technology earlier on, and in infrastructure earlier on. I think we invested a little bit late in some of our infrastructure, at least from our perspectives, and those investments would have paid off much bigger, much better, much quicker had we done it earlier.
What's your favorite part about real estate?
All the relationships.
The people is what makes it fun. Some of the other stuff, it's not always fun.
Yeah, but the cool part, like for the agents, I think that they're involved in, you know, the most financial important transaction of the majority of their customers. But the flip side of that, which Mike is alluding to, is the third most stressful period in a person's life: death, divorce,
and moving.
So they have to have very good personalities to adapt to people that are in high stress situations. And anytime you have a buyer's market or a seller's market, whatever it is, it's never perfect, right?
What type of market is it right now?
Oh, it's a seller's market.
100%.
It's the greatest seller's market that I've seen in my career.
Totally. Nothing's even come close to what
And if you're not getting the price you think your home is worth today, the only thing I can tell you is that you are overpriced. Yeah. And it's very hard to be overpriced right now, but you are it.
Yeah.
There's only one thing I've been doing every day: having coffee.
65 times a day. I do not have a routine. I like to get up and go. I don't like to get up super early, but when I get up, I like to just go. So
I don't know, I think it would be boring to have a routine for a long time. If I had a routine for a long time, I'd be thinking about how to change it. This was the greatest award right here. This was my first place for spreading the love. I got first place for spreading the love, the company. This is our largest award.
I think one of the big lessons we both say we've learned is you got to make decisions quickly, and if you have an employee that's not working out, you need to deal with it right away and not let it fester and linger, which we've done a few times.
Yeah, if you have somebody that's a cancer to your operation, it doesn't have the same values, it's important to move on quick.
We've never sat back and looked at an accomplishment and said, wow, we've done it. In fact, Dad's always like, just wait, 6 months from now, we're really going to have done something. It's been going on for 25 years. It's a long 6 months. You should have seen Thad. We'd set a goal and we'd get close to it and he'd have to change it because it's like, we can't make the goal. So we'd change it and then like people would be like, well, wait, we almost hit our goal. No, not today.
What's the culture at Properties?
Our number one core value is relationships are everything. And so everything starts with a relationship. Nothing exists on its own. No one can thrive on their own. Hence our partnership and how that has trickled down throughout the entire organization.
As we grow as an organization, it's the hardest thing to maintain and the thing we focus on the most. to make sure people feel valued when they're here. Because if they feel valued, they're going to want to perform more, they're going to want to stay. It's win-win for everyone.
You mentioned in the sit-down interview when you were acquiring Christie's, you had to kind of keep going and moving. Was that a challenge at all, like putting your culture and your style into that company?
I'd say we're still doing it, but especially for the employees, people that worked at Christie's, they have already told us they feel very much more appreciated. They feel more valued than they did before. I love the vibe of the city. I think it's the easiest city to live in, to get around in. I mean, I grew up out east, so I grew up just outside of Boston, spent time in Boston, spent a little time in New York, and those cities are they're hard. The people here are great, but the city vibe is the best.
Yeah, I was just going to say the people, the diversity of the population, the way they have the Midwestern values integrated with tech-forward thinking, the environment, architecture, creative arts, sports. We are just probably one of the most well-diversified cities with a ton of culture and interest in education.
Do you feel loyal to Chicago?
Chicago's made this company what it is. So, I mean, we've grown out of Chicago now, but for 20-something years, we were in this business. It was all Chicago. Yeah. So we sold only in Chicago, and then the company, we grew until 2019 actually, when we invested in Pinot's company in Atlanta. We had never left the Chicagoland market.
Yeah. I mean, I love Chicago, my favorite city in the world. And below the stairs, what do we have, Mike?
We got our love logo in neon.
Yeah.
Keeping us lots of love in this office. That's the goal.
Reminding Mike not to yell at me when he walks up into the office each morning.
Who yells more?
Oh, not even close.
I yell more.
Not even close. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yelling's not so
bad.
Didn't
yell so
though.
much. You used to get really frustrated back in the day.
Yeah,
but
I don't yell that much anymore.
No, you haven't made anyone cry in years, so.
You don't know.